to Carnival Radio. Carnival Radio, enjoyment unlimited.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your one and only station.
Carnival Radio, enjoyment unlimited.
The number one hit music station.
This is Carnival Radio. Midday News.
Good afternoon and welcome. I am Joseph Oyikola with the Carnival Radio Media News. In the news this afternoon, the Oyo State Council of the National Union of Road Transport Workers has appealed to the federal government to expedite action on the construction and rehabilitation of roads in the state to curb the recurring loss of lives and property. The State Secretary of the Union, Haji Azan Ibrahim, made the call on Wednesday in an interview with newsmen in Kaduna. Ibrahim said the Union recorded on continuous basis road crashes, especially along Abuja-Kaduna Highway and the Western Bypass in Kaduna, due to the slow pace in the construction and rehabilitation of the decapitated roads. Ibrahim regretted that some members of the Union, particularly those with smaller vehicles, had been forced to leave Kaduna and relocated to operating along Zuba-Abuja Road due to the bad roads. Why? A federal high court in Lagos has discharged and acquitted former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose of all charges in the long-running 2.2 billion naira money laundering case filed against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). In a ruling delivered Tuesday morning, the court upheld Fayose's no-case submission, declaring that the EFCC had failed to establish a prima facie case warranting him to enter a defense. Fayose had faced trial for several years over allegations of money laundering and financial misappropriation during his time as governor of Ekiti State. However, the court found the prosecution's case to be lacking in credible evidence. Earlier in the proceedings, the court had also granted Fayose leave to travel abroad for medical treatment following a separate application. In the meantime, despite significant progress in controlling HIV across Abia State, Okwa East local government areas continued to report high infection rate, sparking renewed call for intensified grassroots engagement. The report was presented by the Abia State Agency for the Control of AIDS, ABSCA, in Omuha during a one-day sensitization workshop organized for members of the World Development Committees. Director General of ABSCA, Dr. Uluaku Emma Ukaibu, disclosed that Okwa East leads the list of local government areas with the highest HIV prevalence in Abia, with a rate of 2.48%, followed by Ikwano at 2.38% and Obingwa at 2.29%. Emma Ukaibu, who described the World Development Committees, WDCs, as the backbone of HIV response at the community level, urged them to spearhead town hall meetings, market sensitization campaigns, and faith-based outreach programs to drive awareness, prevention, testing, and treatment. On the foreign scene, the United States deported 5 migrants from Asian and Caribbean countries to the small African kingdom of Eswatini. The deported migrants are nationals of Cuba, Jamaica, Laos, Vietnam, and Yemen. They were convicted of violent crimes such as child rape and murder, according to DHS. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has defended so-called third country deportations as necessary since the home nations of some of those targeted for removal sometimes refuse to accept them. The U.S. Supreme Court in June paved the way for the Trump administration to resume deportations of undocumented migrants to countries that are not their own. An interesting world of sport. Captain Rashidat Ajibade and defendant Aslek Plapto have been named in the group stage best 11 at the ongoing 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations. The duo have played a key role in Super Falcons' impressive start at the competition. Plopta, who started Nigerians' opening 2 games against Tunisia and Botswana, caught the highs with a composure and defensive solidity. Ajibade has led by example, playing every minute of Nigeria's 3 group games. The 25-year-old has provided driving runs, linking the midfield and attack. And that ends Carnival Radio Media News. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store on App iOS. You can also check our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Uyukala. Good morning, good afternoon, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.